What's hindering smoother electric vehicle adoption in California? In one of the nation's richest and most populous states, California has always been at the forefront of environmental initiatives. And when it comes to electric cars, it's no different. But even in this EV heaven state, there are bumps along the road to adoption. For a while, California led the nation in electric vehicle adoption, heralding a cleaner, more sustainable future. However, in an unexpected turn of events, EV sales in the state took a significant dip during the third and fourth quarters of 2023. This decline came as a surprise to many, raising questions about the underlying factors contributing to the sudden shift in California's EV market dynamics. The drop in EV sales sparked curiosity among industry observers and consumers alike. After years of robust growth, why were EV sales now faltering in California? Speculations arose regarding whether the initial enthusiasm for EVs was waning, or if there were unforeseen challenges emerging that hindered further adoption. As California strives to achieve its ambitious goal of eliminating internal combustion vehicles by 2035, the recent decline in EV sales poses a significant challenge. Can the state stay on track to meet its targets if EV adoption continues to stagnate or decline? This downturn prompts a reassessment of strategies and initiatives aimed at accelerating the transition to a greener transportation ecosystem. Even Tesla, known as the giant of electric vehicles, is starting to show signs of slowing down. Despite being a major player in the market, Tesla saw a significant decrease in sales during the last quarter of 2023. This decline amounted to a notable 10.5% drop in sales compared to previous periods. It's a surprising shift for a company that seemed unstoppable in its growth and influence. While Tesla's dominance in the electric vehicle industry is undeniable, its recent sales decline raises eyebrows. Competitors like Mercedes-Benz and BMW are gaining traction, posing a challenge to Tesla's once unrivaled position. This change in the competitive landscape suggests that Tesla's momentum may be losing steam, signaling a shift in the dynamics of the EV market. The fact that Tesla, a company synonymous with electric vehicles, is experiencing a slowdown in sales is significant. It prompts industry observers to question the reasons behind this unexpected downturn. Is it due to increased competition from traditional automakers entering the EV market? Or perhaps there are internal challenges within Tesla's operations that are impacting its sales performance? California's wealthier households have been at the forefront of embracing electric vehicles, encouraged by federal tax incentives. These incentives have played a significant role in incentivizing EV adoption among affluent residents, making the transition to electric vehicles more financially appealing. However, recent changes to the federal tax credit have cast a shadow over the enthusiasm for EVs in the state. The alterations to the tax credit, particularly the introduction of stricter eligibility criteria, have raised concerns among prospective EV buyers. Popular models such as the Tesla Model 3 and Nissan Leaf, which were previously eligible for tax incentives, are now among those losing eligibility. This change has the potential to dampen the momentum of California's EV transition, as it removes a significant financial incentive for consumers to choose electric vehicles over traditional gasoline-powered cars. For many Californians, the availability of federal tax incentives has been a crucial factor in their decision to purchase an EV. These incentives have helped offset the higher upfront costs associated with electric vehicles, making them more accessible to a broader range of consumers. Without these incentives, potential buyers may be less inclined to make the switch to electric vehicles, opting instead for traditional gasoline-powered cars. This shift in consumer behavior could hinder California's progress towards its ambitious goals for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and promoting sustainable transportation solutions. Operational issues with charging stations have emerged as a significant challenge for EV drivers in California. With only a 72.5% operational rate, many charging stations may be out of service or unavailable when needed. Additionally, frequent failures, such as broken screens, faulty payment systems, broken cords, and low charging rates, further compound the problems faced by EV owners. For EV owners, these issues can be frustrating and inconvenient. Broken charging stations and unreliable infrastructure can disrupt travel plans and leave drivers stranded without a way to charge their vehicles. These challenges are particularly concerning for potential EV buyers, as they may view these issues as deal breakers when considering whether to make the switch to electric vehicles. While EVs offer numerous advantages over internal combustion cars, including lower operating costs and reduced emissions, the lack of seamless charging infrastructure remains a significant barrier to adoption. Without reliable charging options, EVs will never be as convenient or practical as traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. The complexities of owning an EV become apparent in practice, especially for residents of California who live in apartments and cannot charge their vehicles at home. For these individuals, finding accessible and reliable charging infrastructure becomes even more challenging, further highlighting the need for improvements in the EV charging ecosystem. This lack of convenience with charging turns out to be even bigger than experts initially thought. It's not just about the time-consuming aspect, it's about the fact that EV owners can't rely on public chargers completely, as there's always a possibility they won't be able to recharge their vehicle. We thought EV drivers had range anxiety, but we were wrong, they have charging anxiety. The decline of the electric vehicle market in California can be attributed to various factors, with cost being a significant concern. Initially, EV adoption was driven by wealthy early adopters who were willing to invest in environmentally friendly transportation options. However, as the market has evolved, EV makers are now targeting average customers to drive further adoption. Despite discounts and government incentives aimed at making EVs more affordable, many average customers still find them to be financially out of reach. Compared to traditional internal combustion cars, EVs often come with a higher price tag, making them less accessible to a broader range of consumers. Despite their environmental benefits, electric vehicles may not always provide sufficient value to justify their higher upfront costs, particularly when considering practical concerns such as range and charging anxiety. Many EV models have a limited range, meaning they can only travel a certain distance on a single charge. Additionally, the availability of charging infrastructure remains a concern, with many consumers experiencing difficulties finding charging stations when needed. These factors can contribute to feelings of inconvenience and uncertainty among potential EV buyers, ultimately dissuading them from making the switch from traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. The combination of limited range and charging infrastructure challenges can make EV ownership seem impractical and inconvenient for many consumers. Without the assurance of being able to easily recharge their vehicles when needed, EV owners may experience anxiety and uncertainty about their ability to complete longer journeys. As a result, some consumers may opt to stick with traditional vehicles that offer greater flexibility and convenience in terms of range and refueling options. Addressing these practical concerns will be essential in encouraging more widespread adoption of electric vehicles and overcoming barriers to their acceptance in the market. In addition to the higher upfront cost of purchasing an EV, the cost of ownership is also a concern for potential buyers. EVs may have higher insurance premiums, repair costs, and the potential expense of battery replacement compared to traditional vehicles. These additional costs contribute to the overall affordability of EV ownership and may dissuade consumers from making the transition. Recent reports have highlighted significant reliability issues with electric vehicles when compared to gas-powered cars. These reports indicate that EVs are 80% less reliable, with concerns ranging from charging and battery performance to infotainment systems and advanced driver assist systems. Additionally, the build quality of EVs has come under scrutiny, further contributing to their reliability concerns. These issues raise doubts about the overall durability and dependability of EVs, which may deter potential buyers from considering them as viable alternatives to traditional vehicles. EVs face significant depreciation rates, with their value decreasing at a much faster pace than internal combustion cars. On average, EVs lose half of their value over a span of 5 years, significantly more than their gasoline-powered counterparts. This rapid depreciation further complicates the feasibility of achieving the goal of making all new cars electric by 2035. With concerns about reliability and depreciation rates, the transition to an all-electric vehicle fleet may prove to be more challenging and unrealistic than initially anticipated. While there are many factors contributing to the slowdown in EV adoption in California, cost and practicality remain significant hurdles. Despite the efforts to promote EVs, addressing these challenges will be crucial for the continued growth of the EV market. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments